hear me. I cannot hear anybody and I cannot see anybody, so we'll just make sure that my sound is okay and that you're able to see me clearly on your phone or computer screen or whichever device you're using for class this morning. So there is a way to type in through Facebook, through the comments, to let us know that you're there and that you can also hear me. And if there are any issues with the sound or the video, let us know now before we get started with class this morning. So we'll give it a few minutes. We'll make sure that we're all good to go, and then we'll begin. And while we're waiting, we will need a few pieces of accessories today for class. So we will actually use a towel, just a medium-sized hand towel will do. A bath towel is fine, just don't make sure it's not too big. Use whatever head support you normally need. And we're also going to use our toilet roll today. So hopefully you have all stocked up and have at least one you can use, but make sure it's a full one. So we'll play around with that today. So we have about 3 more minutes left before class, so hopefully everyone's doing okay this morning, healthy, staying active. I know this group is very conscious and health aware, so I'm sure you're all out enjoying your sunshine over the weekend, and will be this week. We're fortunate to have nice weather through the whole week, unlike other parts of the country. We might get a little bit of rain, so take advantage of the fresh air and the beautiful sunshine out there today. Also, make sure you have some water, stay hydrated, and you'll see me taking sips of my water through class this morning. And again, as a reminder, unfortunately I won't be able to see any comments live as it's happening, so I apologize if there are any questions during class. I won't be able to answer them for you today, so my apologies. This is all new and different for everybody, so we'll do our best. The class, from my understanding, will be recorded today so that you can go back and review, just in case you wanted a second lesson today or through the rest of the week. Quite handy, you can actually start to practice and perfect some of the exercises that we'll do today. So we'll give it another minute and make sure everybody's on. I'm going to just quickly check my email in case any of you have pushed through any questions or last minute worries here. I'm not seeing any emails, so we are going to go ahead and start class again. So official start today. Again, equipment required today, just yourselves, your lovely smiles, a nice towel, hand towel, medium-sized, or a small bath sheet will work for today. Make sure you have plenty of space where you can stand, you can lie down, you can do all of our normal work. And make sure you have any head support that you need. A thin pillow is fine. You can use your own pillows from your bedding. And we're also going to use a toilet paper roll today, just for a little bit of fun and a little bit of light of heart. So we'll start standing. So find your position. If you're using your mat, that's fine. You don't need to. If you have some nice, soft, cushy carpet, then that works just as well also under our feet. So we're going to stand with our feet hip distance, and we'll place our toilet roll. Now, if you don't want to use one of your toilet rolls, you can use your towel instead. We're going to use it for a spacer. We'll put it between those ankle bones to help us find our hip distance position, similar to what we do in class with our ball. So we're standing nice and comfortably, hip distance apart, and we're breathing. Nice deep inhale breaths into that rib cage, into the belly. Let's find our breath. Breathing out. Find our center. Our deep breathing can help calm our systems. Inhale, deep through the nose. Widening and expanding across the belly and the ribs. And exhale. Keep your sense of length and height through your body as you breathe in and out. Another couple of breaths here. Deep breathing, filling the whole rib cage and lungs, and exhale. Growing taller and longer across the chest as we exhale. Last deep breath in here. Helping exercise our lungs and our diaphragm. Really important right now. And exhale that breath again, growing taller. Lifted. Neck is in line with the rest of the spine. Shoulders back and soft. And we'll go ahead and start with a little head movement. We're going to make circles around with our head. So it's a little bit of a funny motion. So we're circling our head around, reaching our head forward, just like we're a little turtle peeking out of its shell and then pulling itself back into its shell. Around full head circles, making sure that we're keeping the rest of the body steady. I know it's a funny motion, so you can laugh, you can giggle. Certainly your chance right now to pick on me and to watch me and all of my movement, funny things that happen with my body. And reverse your circle, opposite direction around. It might feel a little less coordinated with this direction. Just let your body move. Don't worry about anything that sways or starts to come into an imperfect circle. It's okay. We're going to have these little imperfections. You might feel a little bit of grinding in the neck. One more circle, making sure you can breathe. And center your head on top of the neck. We're going to hold our head steady. And we're moving into a rib circle around. Full rib circles. And again, do your best to circle that rib cage around the top of the pelvis. Just let the head follow along. You might feel little motion from the pelvis. And we should feel those ribs and those tummy muscles in the front driving that posture. Be mindful of your ankles around your toilet roll, around your towel, whatever you chose to put between your ankles. We want to make sure we keep that contact, that we're not swaying our legs all over the place. We're keeping our circles to that rib. And reverse your circles opposite direction. Breathe in as we reach the ribs open and wide. Exhale to pull back and into the center, pulling that rib cage open. Exhale, back and around to the center. And again, keeping our circles from that rib cage, full circles, 2 more around. Feeling those little stretches in your back and your spine. Open up and center your rib cage and your head back on top of the pelvis. You can imagine we're going next to our pelvis down here. You need to hold your pelvis bones to identify whether you're moving the pelvis through a circle. Go ahead and just place your hands on the bony parts in the front. And again, let your body move. Don't worry about keeping everything else stiff and rigid. Just let our bodies move and enjoy those stretches. That nice blood flow, breathing through. I'm going to pause and take a few breaths here. Teaching, talking, and moving is always a bit of a challenge, so I'm going to take 3 more circles as I let myself breathe. Nice and big, breathe. Last one, breathe. Exhale, center, and reverse. Opposite direction around, and again, keeping our ankle bones connected to our towel or our toilet roll between those ankles around. Nice big stretches through our pelvis. Feeling any part that might be a little sticky today. Monday morning, it's early. Exhale around, 2 more circles in this direction, working from the tummy to draw that shape of a circle. Last one, and center the pelvis into the middle. Back to the head. We're going to soften our knees, so a small bend in our knees, just nice and soft, keeping our weight centered over the back of the heels, just as if we're sitting on a really high stool. We want to keep that posture of the back of our head and our spine as we sit. And we're holding our position nice and soft here. And we're going to tip our head, tick-tock, side to side, left ear to shoulder, right ear to right shoulder. Just back and forth. And keep a gentle tuck of your chin. Make sure we're not reaching our neck too far forward. As we reach side to side, keep those shoulders nice and steady. Don't let them tip with you. We're just moving from the head. And again, you might feel one side goes a little further than the other. Again, you can watch me and pick me apart now for once. It's your turn to do that today. Right and left, side and side. And come back to your center. Nice deep breath in. And exhale it out. Soft through the knees again. Come back into that low sit position, keeping our chest lined up over those pubic bones, arms out to the side, and we're tipping our rib cage up and over. Same ideas with our head. We're finding that lateral, that sideways bend. Really breathe into that rib cage that's open. Expansion. Exhale it out as you bring yourself back to the center. Breathe in again, and we're expanding through this side of our rib cage. Reach those fingertips up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. And exhale it out. 2 more to each side. Breathing in nice and slow. Let's find our lungs. Exhale it out. And again, opposite side. Breath in. Exhale back. And 1 more over to each side. Big breath in, stretching along that side of the body. Exhale, center. Last one over to this opposite side. Breathing in, shoulders soft away from the ears, stretching the fingertips up. And back to the center. Arms up forward, knees are back to straight. Shoulders are soft. Exhale as we roll down. We're going to dive down towards our toes, our roll down. Exhaling. 1 piece at a time. Breathe in at the bottom of our roll down. And breathe out. Lift up into your belly, rounding out through the spine. We're going to do 2 more. I'll just show you from our side view. Arms up. And exhale it down. Reaching yourself up and out. Putting that weight towards the balls of the feet. Fingers down to the floor. Head dips down, curving. And exhale, roll up. How am I doing? Hopefully my line looks good. I'm going to do 1 more breath in. Exhale, tuck that chin. Reach your arms forward, up and over that big beach ball. Feel those shoulders soften as we reach forward. Big breath into that whole back and rib cage. And exhale as we lift up into the belly, rounding out back to the start. Last version. We're going to come diagonally. So we're going to do a little bit of a diagonal motion. We'll keep a small knee bend with these ones. As we do our roll down, we're focusing our breath and our work from our oblique muscles. So it's our obliques that are going to drive that motion down and across. So we're starting centered, arms up, breath in, and we're diving down and across towards our right side. Opening up that left rib cage, shoulders are down, fingers to that opposite foot, breath into that open rib cage, and exhale like a cat, or cat stretching up, rounding, all the way back and center. Now we're coming opposite, down and across to the left. Big breath in again, and exhale. Dive down again. We're keeping our knees nice and soft with this one. Take it easy if you have any aches or pains today. Again, as usual, just listen to our bodies. Breathe at the bottom. Exhale as we roll up, really rounding out that right rib cage. that motion softly, comfortably, dangling down and across, opening up our left side. Breathe in, exhale up, lifting belly up to the sky, all the way tall, and down and across towards that left foot. Really feeling that stretch on the shoulder and the spine. Breath in and exhale, lift up. One more to each side, you're doing great, I know you are. And exhale, down and across towards that right foot. And lift up, nice and tall. Last one to finish, even yourselves out. Make it a good one. Really find that breath into that spine. And exhale as we lift up, finding our center. Nice and easy. Arms up. We're going to reach those fingertips as high as we can towards the sky, towards the ceiling. You can let those shoulders shrug up. Imagine someone's pulling you apart from head to toes, as if you're being held up by two strings with those fingers. Really reach. Every breath, feel that length growing taller, taller, taller. And exhale. Soften everything down. You should feel light as feathers with those hands. Shake them out. Doing great so far. It's a lot of standing. We're almost done with our standing portion for now. And just coming to a side view so that you can see the next exercise. We're taking our hands. I'm going to interlace our fingertips. Depending on your shoulders today and your wrists, you can either have your hands like so, with your palms up, or if you have the mobility to bring palms down, I just about have that mobility here, then we can do that motion for a little extra stretch. It's a good way to keep ourselves from touching surfaces when we're waiting in line for all of our supplies. So we're going to keep our hands back behind our body, shoulders back, nice and tall. Again, we're hip distance with our toilet roll, helping to space. And we're pushing our hands down. So it can either go down this way, palms towards the floor, or backs of the hands. Either way is fine. Try both if you'd like, just to see what that feels like. And breathing in, we're going to push our hands down as we reach our shoulder bones open, wide across those collarbones. Chest is lifting, lengthening, and exhale. Soften the elbows, soften the arms. I'm going to try the other version just to see how it feels with my palms facing up instead of down. Breathe in, and we're reaching down. Shoulder bones nice and open. Big breath into that rib cage. Keep that chin tucked, body nice and long, growing taller. And exhale back. I actually like this version better. I feel like I get a little bit more expansion. So do whichever version you choose. We'll do 2 more of these. Arms back behind. Breathing in, growing taller, taller. Out the top of the head as we stretch. Shoulders, hips open. And exhale to release. And last one. Pushing down with the hands. Wide across those collarbones. Lifted through the chest. Open through the spine, breathing, and exhale, release. Okay, well done, good job so far. We're gonna put our roll just off to the side. We're transitioning now down to the floor. Take your water if you need to take a sip now. So finding your space, however you'd like to orient. We're coming down, one roll down to land, nice and safely on the floor. Exhaling down. Transitioning smoothly and gracefully as possible. We'll walk your hands down onto the mat, and we're going to roll on our back. And again, I'll try and vary my position so that you can see from different angles, but for the most part, you'll all be staying on your back in this position. I have my thin headrest because I need a little bit of support. We're going to take toilet roll, or again, you can use your towel rolled up so it makes about a 4-inch diameter space for you to use. We're going to take our roll and we'll place it just between those ankles. So it's just between my ankles, again for a space, or we're learning our hip distance, really perfecting that precision. So bring yourself down to the mat, arms down by the sides, and of course our lovely bridge. We're coming into our bridges. So we want a nice position here. Shoulders open, nice and soft, hands down, breath in. Exhale, tuck and curl up into our bridge. We're lifting up, pelvis up towards the ceiling. Keep those collarbones nice and wide. Balance across the back of the rib cage. Breathe at the top. Breathe out, lengthen and lower, scooping in. You should see little wrinkles on my t-shirt as I'm rolling down from my bridge. All the way back to neutral to find our space. And again, we're taking 5 more bridges up and down. Exhale through. Let your body move. Just give it permission to move today. Let your body unload any stress. Exhale as you scoop and lower down. And we have 4 more bridges. Breathing in, breathing out, tuck and roll through. Find that motion. Lift, breathe in. Exhale, lower. Just from that middle rib cage, lowering down one spine at a time. Back to neutral. 3 more. Exhale up. Lift. Open. Exhale down. Shoulders soft. Keep those shoulders down. I know some of you what we're doing here. Exhale up again. 2 more. Lifting. Up. Hips open. And down. 1 more bridge of this version. Just because we're on video doesn't mean I'm not going to change our versions. Exhale as we come up. Lifting. And back down. Excellent. Take a quick break. I know some of our hamstrings are talking to us right now. So a little bit of a break here. And then bring yourself back to toilet roll, hip distance apart. This time, we're bringing our hands. We're still articulating. Arms are coming up. Breath in. Scoop. Lift. Reach. Lengthen. Leave those hands back behind if comfortable for your shoulders. Breathe in. Exhale, reach your fingertips away from your tail and your tail away from your fingers as you roll back down. If your shoulders aren't happy with this, then you can do return and lift as you bridge. I'm going to leave my arms here. Breath in again. Exhale, tuck and curl. Again, do what's best for your body, lifting, lengthening. Breathe in and breathe out to lower back down. 1 piece at a time. We have 1 more. I can feel one of my shoulders is a little tight, so I'm going to just take it easy. Exhale to tuck and roll, lifting up into our bridge again, reaching those fingertips away from our tail. And exhale. Lower down, all the way back. I'm going to slowly bring my hands back, just letting that stretch unwind. Last version of our bridge. You know I like things coming in 3s. Last version of our bridge. Make sure you can feel your towel or your toilet roll between those ankles. Hands down by the sides, nice and wide. And we're lifting, articulating up into our bridge. We're going to stay lifted. Up we come. Breathe in, breathe out, articulate up. Here we go. We're making a circle with our pelvis. First, we're tipping our pelvis down, left, up, right, center, and reverse. Right, up, left, down, and center. Curl down from your bridge, 1 piece at a time, all the way back to neutral. That was our practice. Let's try 3 more of those. 3 more of those. So we're lifting, we're circling in our lift, 1 in each direction, and then center, lower down from your bridge. 3 more. Here we go. Shoulders soft, breath in. Exhale, tuck and curl and lift. Up we come. Stay lifted, shoulders wide, and circle around. Center and around opposite. Center and lower down from there. It's not too bad. I know you're doing great. You're doing great. 2 more of those. Breathe. Exhale, tuck, curl, connect that spine as you lift. Up and circle again. And reverse. Center. Breathe. Lengthen and lower. All the way back. Last one. Make sure those shoulders stay down. Breathe in. Breathe out, tuck and curl, up we come, and circle. 1, reverse, 2, knees are steady, everybody, and lower back down, 1 piece at a time, all the way back, well done. Hug those knees into your chest, give yourself a little reward, little break, stir your hips around 3 times, and opposite direction. Just letting your back settle, letting those hamstrings settle down. Back to the center. Okay, we're going to stretch it out and a little bit of hip work. You can use your towel if you'd like for an added stretch if it's not between your feet. If you don't have your towel, just use your hands in order to help steer your leg into your stretch. If you have your towel, you can hook it around your left foot and just feel that stretch. All that work we did in our hamstrings. Again, even in our stretches, we're still breathing. We're letting our body soften down into the mat. Nice stretch here. We're going to pull just a little further. Trying to keep that knee straight but not locked out. Shoulders and neck are still soft while we're stretching. Let it melt. Another deep breath in and out. And opposite leg, other side, whichever one you chose. Flat leg on the floor goes nice and straight. This side feels a little tighter to me, so I'm really going to focus on that melting feeling. Breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in, letting that leg come a little closer towards your chest. Feeling that pull, that stretch. And exhale. Letting that stretch. Come back to the opposite side. Again, if you have your towel, we're going to use that to help. If you don't have your towel, use your hands behind your leg to help you steer your leg. We're coming into some assisted circles. This class is still intermediate, however, I am being a little more conscious since I can't see everybody. Some things might feel a little gentler for once than they normally are, but I'd rather be safe and then see how we all feel the next day. So I'm holding onto my leg. I'm going to use my towel to help steer my leg. I'm going to use my left hand with my left foot in. My right hand is coming out to the side in order to help balance me. And I'm going to stir my leg around, small circle. Use your leg, but also use your arm to help you. Watch your wrist. Make sure your wrist is straight, that we're not bending and twisting that wrist around. So using our leg to help with our leg circles today, not wrist. One more in this direction to make 5. And reverse out, down, up, and remember, opposite side, that straight leg and pelvis are staying glued down, anchored down to the mat. Nice and heavy to help support. Last one on this side around. Center and switch sides. And I'll do this side with my hands in case some of you don't have your circle. So my opposite hand is helping to support me balance. This opposite leg is straight in line, and I'm going to steer my leg with my hand. It's a little less of the stretch, but it still works, especially for those of us in this class I know who have some hip pains and aches. It's just a nicer, kinder way to do some of our hip work. And again, just making sure that we're listening to our bodies. If anything feels a little tired, then you can just take a quick break here. Center, and then bring both knees into your chest. A little bit of a break, and back down. Well done with those. Okay, we still have our toilet roll here again. If you don't have your toilet roll, then we're going to fold up our towel or our pillow about 6 inches high. And we're going to place it underneath our left foot. So we're a little askew with our legs, with our femur bones, but we can maintain our pelvis position. So we're going to keep that right foot gentle on our toilet roll, because we want to be able to reuse it later, so don't smash your rolls of tissue. Opposite leg is coming to tabletop position. Opposite leg up. Just keep a gentle, soft connection onto that roll. So I'm very, very lightly. Imagine there's a feather between your foot and the toilet roll. Just a very, very thin space. Opposite leg tabletop, shoulders back. Breathing comfortably. Tap down and back up. Up and down. Keep the same connection into the toilet roll foot. Up and down. 3 more. Neck, shoulders stay nice and soft. We're using our abdominals in order to help steer that motion. We're keeping steady through the spine, steady through the pelvis. Last one, up and down. Leave that leg in tabletop. Leave that leg up. Plug the hip down into the mat. Lift up the toilet roll foot up. We've got 1. Tap down, find your roll. 2, 4 more. Breathe. 3, chin is soft, neck is soft. 4, 2 more, and 5, last one, and 6. Excellent. Lower both down, shift sides. Place your roll underneath the opposite foot. I'll give you a minute to set up. And again, light hold on top of the roll. We want that imaginary feather space between the ball of our foot and the top of our toilet roll. We're bringing that opposite leg up to tabletop. Keep that very soft connection on your roll. Breathing comfortably. 1. Lift. And 2. Center that leg. Draw nice straight lines. 3. And 4. 2 more. Heavy through that opposite hip. 5. Last one. And 6. Leave the leg tabletop up. We come with our opposite side. And 1. Tap down, find your roll. 2, tap down. 3, I'm struggling a little on this one. 4, and 5, last one, and 6. Excellent job. Hug those knees in, give yourself a little love. Take a quick break, take some deep breaths in and out. Okay, here we come, warming it up even more. Warming it up. Place your roll, or again your towel, right between those ankle bones. Deeper abdominal work here. Arms down by the sides, wide across our collarbones. Double tabletop, big breath in, and exhale. Lift up, here we come. We're gonna hold that nice and soft again. Don't smash it between your feet. We want to be able to use it later. It's a precious commodity right now. Breathing comfortably. 1. And we're tapping down towards the floor. Only go as low as you can. You can start to see I'm about to lift my back if I go too far. So I'm going to stay in this safe space. Just working from my tummy. 3 more. 1. Keep breathing. And 2. Keep your space there. Keep your light hold. Last one. And 3. Quick break. Knees into chest. Breathe it out. Hands back behind your head, fingertips supporting the base of your skull. Chin is still tucked. We're in line with that chest bone in the back of the spine. Legs back to tabletop. Holding the legs here in tabletop. Steady through our spine, through our pelvis. Our upper abdominals lift. Here we come. Make sure we can bring those elbows to see them out of our eyeballs. Breathe. Exhale. Lift. And lower. And lift, just to the middle of that rib cage, down. 4 more, up. And down. Up, breathe. Down, last 2. And 1 more, up. And down, try and keep it there. Keep your roll there. Lift up those head, neck, shoulders. Stretch your legs up towards the ceiling. Bend back to tabletop. And up again. And tabletop. 4 more if you can. Take a break if you need. If your neck is getting tired, leave your head down. 2 more. Up. Nice and precise with our motion. Last one. Tummy stays flat. Down. And roll it down. Take a quick break here. You can hug it in. Let your head soften. If your neck is getting tired, you know who I'm talking to. Leave your head and shoulders down for the next one. Back to tabletop with the legs. Arms up towards the ceiling. We're coming into a full extension. Breath in, exhale. Tuck in, roll in, or reach. Shoulders stay back. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. We want to find our tabletop position as we return. And up. And down. 3 more, we're nearly there. Up. Down. Last 2. Up. Reach. And down. Lengthen the head away from the feet. Reach up. And down all the way. Well done. Take your roll. You can place it underneath your neck, or you can use your towel roll. This actually is just about the perfect size for our necks. Again, if you're worried about ruining it or smashing it, then just use your towel rolled up underneath your neck to support yourself. Okay, a little bit more work. So we're going to leave our head, neck, shoulders down for the next series. Hands down by the sides again. Shoulder bones, collarbones nice and wide. Right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop. Coming into bicycle legs. Right leg up towards the ceiling. Lower down towards the back. Pull back in. Left leg up. Down. And in. Let's keep it slow. Right leg up. Just perfecting our bicycles down and up. Left leg up. Stretching, reaching the leg away. Tabletop. Right. Down. And up. Watch that opposite side. I can feel myself having to really work hard to focus on the opposite leg stability. Down and up in shoulders. Down and up. 2 more each side, everybody. We're nearly there. Up. Breathe. Back. Up. Breathe. Back. Last one each side. Nearly there. 1. And opposite. Quick break. Because we have to back pedal. Now it's the opposite direction. Okay. Here we go. So opposite direction. Right leg reaches out. Keep it straight as you come up. Then bend back to tabletop. Left leg reach out and away. Then back, pedal up. Back to tabletop. Let's go again. Right leg down and straight. Lift, straighten up. Tabletop. Left leg down and straight. Lift up. And tabletop. I'm shaking. Let's do 2 more each side. Right. Up. Tabletop. Left and reach long. Breathe up. Tabletop. Last one. Push that right leg away as you lift. Tabletop. Left. Reach. Lift. Tabletop. Excellent work. Hug it in. And take your roll out from behind your head. Let your head settle down onto the mat. Last set here on our backs. Left leg nice and straight. We're coming into a hip roll. So it's a little more stretch for the spine. And I know some of you are going to ask. I can anticipate your questions. Yes, we are allowing the pelvis to roll with us off of the mat as we do our hip roll. So let that happen. Let that movement happen. Let's bring our hands out wide to the sides in order to give you the best support possible. Shoulders down, palms are down into the mat. Left leg is long in line with my left sit bone. Right leg up to tabletop. And I'm dropping the right knee across to the left side. So we're going to drop. Pelvis is lifting. Feel a stretch through the back. Stretch the right leg away from the body. Sweep the leg down. Center your pelvis and back up. Right leg starts tabletop. Roll to the left. Stretch the leg long. Sweep in a half circle. Up we come. Center. 2 more. Tabletop. Reach. Stretch. Circle. And up. Last one on this side. Over to the left. Stretch. Circle down. And back up. Switch sides. Now we're coming left. Left leg up. And I'm going to come at a diagonal just in case you didn't see that angle. Might be a little more clear here. So I'm starting tabletop through that left. Right leg is straight. Arms are out wide. I'm going to roll, letting my pelvis roll off of the mat. Stretch that left leg away. Big stretch. Sweep down and in. Land the pelvis. Lift back up to the center. Bend to tabletop. Reach and roll over. Feeling that nice stretch through our spine. Stretch the leg away. Woo, and around. Big circles. Here we go. 2 more. And reach over. Big stretch. Keep your line. Keep your posture. Sweep. And back up. I cheated on that one, so we'll do 1 more. Over. Stretch. Sweep. And up. Tabletop. That's the part I missed. Okay. We're going to go again, but reversing the order of our position. So reversing that direction. So we're back to that right leg again. Right leg again. And this time I'm going to stretch up. Lower down towards the floor. Reach away and roll that right hip. Bend. Open that knee back to return. We have that. Okay. Here we go. 3 more. So it's a stretch up. Lower the leg down. Circle, half a circle around. Bend the knee. Open. And land. And before I do the last one, some of you might be asking, well, how far do I go? Just depends on your own body. Again, let the pelvis move with you. Make sure that you can stay connected through your hands. Last one. Up, lower, down, sweep around, gentle twist through the spine, bend, and open. Perfect. So just like with the other side, I'll do the same angle so we can see a bit better. Left leg up, right leg is in that line. Left leg is up, stretch, lower down, sweep around, circle, tabletop, and center. I can feel my shoulder coming up, so I'm going to work a little bit better on this next 3. Up, lower down, circle around, keep that opposite shoulder down, bend, return. 2 more, we're nearly there. Up, down, circle around, and center. Last one, make it your best. Really find that stretch, that deep core work around as we sweep, drawing our semicircle back and all the way down. Well done with those. Okay, you're doing great. Take a little water if you need. We're moving into our side body work. So those of you who have trouble on your side today, you know some of your modifications, and you can work through those same stretches. Try and follow along as best you can. Unfortunately, it's tough to add specific modifications to this format, so I apologize for that. But if anyone wants to just take a break for the next few minutes, they can. So we're coming onto our side. We do need our toilet roll or our towel with us for our setup. So we're coming both legs nice and straight, depending on your setup. Either use your headrest with or without. Most of us can get by without. I'm going to use my headrest today because my shoulders are a little more broad. So we're going to come into our side body position. Both legs are nice and long. If you need support, you can soften that bottom knee. I'm going to challenge myself today though. Top hand is resting in front of you. Alternately, for better shoulder posture, you can just rest your hand on top of your toilet roll or your towel. We're breathing here. Let's find our center. I'm going to let my head relax. As I'm talking, I'm building up tension in my neck. So I'm just going to take a few breaths. A little bit less of my talking. Give everyone else a break as well. Another deep breath in to find my position, find my posture, reaching my top leg away. Toes are pointed before you ask. I know it's going on in your heads. Toes are pointed, top leg coming into our leg lift. Up we come, 1, and down, and 2. Let's keep it low for good posture, for good pelvis position. If I go higher than that, I'm going to roll back, down, and up, breathing comfortably, just letting your body move. Keep your head nice and soft, and 2 more, up, down, toes stay pointed. We're supporting from that bottom foot and hand. Last one, up, down. Well done. Now twist that top leg, just a little twist upwards. I don't rotate very far, so it might look like I'm not doing very much. So my foot is going to rotate the knee upwards. So we're spinning up, lift up with that rotation, hold, turn down to lower down. We've done these. And rotate up. As you lift up, spin the leg down to lower down, a little tougher for balance. Turn up to lift, turn down to lower down. Active foot, 2 more. Spin up, lift up, keep the toe pointed and in line with the front of that leg bone. Last one, rotate up, lift, spin down, lower down. Well done. Take a break and let it all rest for a moment. Both knees bent with the next one. Toilet paper. Again, between those ankle bones. Or use your towel. We're still stretched out from underneath that shoulder. Hand is up overhead. So if we just let ourselves collapse here, it's not very good structure. So again, I'm going to find my structure. Keep my top knee open. So if you have 2 rolls, you can use 2, but for the work, I'd rather have us actively work through that outside hip. Top hand is going to rest on my top leg for now. And I'm just holding my position. I'm feeling that work on the side of my bum. Breathing in. I'm going to spin both of my knees downwards from my femur bones, here and here, from the back of my bum, in order to lift my feet. It's our internal rotation for those hips. And rotate down. Keep your head and neck soft. Up and down. Keep that space between those knees. Try and spin evenly from both femur bones. And down. Control, everybody. Control on the way up. Slow. Take just as much time to lower and down. Try and work the same from right and left, from top and bottom. As you lift and lower. 2 more of these. 2 more. Almost there. Rotate up and down. Last one. And up and down. Stretch those legs out straight. Reset. I'm going to use my hand to help support me. If you're super today with your balance, you can do with one hand on top. Obviously, I'm not feeling as balanced today. So keeping our toilet roll there, we have a space between our knees, toes are pointed again, double leg lift. Here we go, breath in and exhale, lifting up. And I'm barely using this hand. Actually, I could do without. And back down. Try not to push from this hand to help lift you. It's coming from our side body, our side core, up and down. 3 more lifts, breathing up. Keep your roll there, toes pointed. And down. Keep those ankle bones connected into the sides of that roll. Up. Down. Last 2. Up. Down. Last one. Up. And down. Excellent job. Okay. Let's swing around. Opposite side. Other side. You have to stay even. Bring all of your accessories. I'll give you time to set up. Apologize if I'm going fast. These are some comments you can give me later also on my just so I know for the next class. Okay, find your position. We're going to find our line. Leave your accessories just out of the way for now. Get your pillow set up, legs nice and long. Top hand is going to rest in front of you if you need extra balance, or on that top leg if you need. So we're nice and soft here through our head, neck, leg lifts, toes are pointed, up we come, top leg up and down. Keep that pelvis neutral, lined up. Only lift as high as you can control your body and your waist. Up and down and up. Down, 3 more, up, down, working from the side of that hip, up, down, last 2, controlled, lift up and control down, last one, up and down. Quick break to reset. I can feel myself rolling forward, so I'm going to reset through my bottom body, pushing down into my bottom hand, top leg, it's rotating up again. It doesn't look like I'm doing much. Turning that foot and knee upwards, lifting up, and that's as high as I can go. Twist down to roll down. And twist up to lift. Control, twist down from the back of the bum to come down. Think of it as a spin from your butt and from your femur, not from the knee. So from back here and down. 2 more, twist up to lift, twist down to lower. Last one, breathing. And down, well done. Oh, feeling my work today. Take your toilet roll or your towel again, back between those ankle bones. Reset yourself through that upper body. Knees are bent. Top leg is open, hovering. We're working hard already just to keep that top leg lined up. Top hand can rest on your top leg or in front of you. Make sure you have your head, shoulders, back, and sacrum lined up, all back behind. Feet are active. Breathing comfortably. We're going to spin our femur bones downwards, both of them, keeping that same space between those knees. Don't let that top knee drop, otherwise you will lose your toilet roll. And rotate back. And spin to point down. And spin back. 3 more, spinning. Even control through top and bottom. Equal work from top and bottom. Try to work a little more from that underside leg. Make that underside hip do a little more. And 2 more, breathing, nearly there. 1. Rotate down with control. And 2, reach. And down, stretch the legs out straight. Stretch back out straight. Again, you can use that hand just for a little extra balance in front of you. Double leg lift, toes are pointed, keep your roll there. Reset your body, here we go. Breathing comfortably, up we come into our double leg lift. 1. And down, 4 more, up. And down, top shoulder nice and soft. And up. Down, last 2. Up, reaching from the side of our hips, the side of our tummy, last one, up, and down all the way. Very good. I know this group is doing fantastic so far. Okay, next set, we're going to do a little bit on our tummy for a bit of our finish. So we're rolling all the way. For this group, I know we can keep our head lifted throughout. So we're going to keep a couple inch space between our forehead and the mat. Leave your forehead lifted, chin is tucked. My head is in line with the back of the spine. Hands are down by my sides. My thumbs are pointed downwards. Palms are in. Feet are hip distance apart. I'm rolling my shoulder bones away from the mat. Open up here. Breathing in. And breathe out. We're just breathing. Let's find our posture first. Breath in. And breath out. Staying long through the back of the neck. 1 more breath in to prepare our bodies. And exhale out. Keep those shoulders lifted. Don't let them droop. Keep those shoulders lifted, chin tucked. Here we go. A little extra lift. Breath in as we reach up. Exhale. exhale down. Keep those hands by the sides for now. Breathe. Reach. And down. Use your tummy. Soften your bum. Breathe. And down. 3 more. We're almost there. Breathing in. Exhale down. Keep your legs down. 2 more. Breath in. And down. Last one. We can do it. Breath. And down. Good. Rest your head. Take a quick rest. Give yourself a little wiggle. A little bit of tension release. Let go of any tight muscles. A little shake. Hands are going to come out to the sides. We're making a T shape, a cross shape with our body. Hands out wide. Chin is tucked. Forehead is still lifted. Legs are still hip distance apart. Reaching out of our bodies. In this position, if it's too tough to keep your arms out, you can come to a goalpost. That's a fine modification. Otherwise, if you're able, we want that nice T-shaped position. Shoulder blades are back and down. We're rolling the shoulder bones away from the floor. Back and down to get ourselves ready. Breath in, and we're hovering just those arms up, just the arms. Keep your heads lifted. Exhale back. Keep your bum nice and soft. Breathing in. And exhale. Hands down all the way. 3 more of these, and we're going to add a little extra. Breath in as we lift and reach. Shoulder blades are coming towards the hips. Exhale down. And 2 more. Up. And down. Last one. Up. And down. Quick break. You can rest your head if you need to. Quick rest. You know where we're going. I know we can read each other's minds. We're going to add a little lift with this of our chest. On our breath. Shoulders ready. Head is lifted. Hands are going to hover above the floor, parallel to your floor. Breathe in as we lift up a little higher. Woo, keep those legs down. Exhale back down. You'll feel your bum work, but let it go through a softening and a contracting. So as I lift, my bum will just start to work to help hold me. And as I lower, I should let my bum soften down. 3 more. Breath in as we lift. Shoulders down. Exhale. Last 2. Keep those arms parallel. I know it's hard work. We're almost done. And down. Last one. If your back feels it, then just take a break. Otherwise, last one. And down all the way. Excellent work. We're going to push ourselves up to child pose. Rock it back. Get a nice stretch. Big breathing here, everybody. Big breathing in and out. And exhale that breath. Walk your hands over to the right. So I'm going to change my view so you can see. Hands over to that right side. You want to stretch through this waist here. Keep your tail down onto your heels. Let your head dip down. And walk across towards that left. Shoulders soft. Expand. Use this opportunity to find new spaces in your rib cage. To find more space and strengthen those lungs. And exhale down. Hands back to the center. Roll yourself up. We're going to finish with just a little gentle seated stretch. Bring yourselves around to sit. Nice and tall. You can see from the side view, hopefully. And feel free to critique me. I'm not immune to postural problems, so feel free to comment. So we're sitting up nice and tall on those sit bones. My legs are hip distance apart. Nice and tall. Chest is lifted. Head is in line with the back of the spine. Hands are going to come out in front. Scooping. Gentle scoops back. our half of a roll back. We're scooping from the deep tummy. Here we go. We're gonna take 4 of these. Breath in. Exhale from the tummy. We're rounding and rolling. First from that lumbar spine, deep curve, just to the middle of the sacrum. Breathe in. Exhale, scoop forward. We know how to do these. Pointing those fingers towards the toes. Stay round, 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 round. And lift up back to top. 3 more. Off we go. Breath in. Shoulders back. Scoop deep into that low tummy first. Keep your height as long as you can. Just to the middle of that flat sacrum bone. And roll forward along the pelvis. And up nice and tall. 2 more. Breath in. And breath out, tuck and roll back, gentle stretch back, scooping the tummy. Breathe in, breathe out as we come all the way back. You can see I'm probably going a little further each time. That's because my back is opening up, that's fine. Again, let your body move, exhale back, control from your tummy. Keep those shoulders open and back. Head stays in line, pull yourself forward. And lift up nice and tall, good. Shake out those shoulders. We're gonna bring our feet together and I'll come to an angle just so you can see. Feet together, toes together. I'm gonna rest my hands down by my sides for now. Palms are facing towards the floor, fingertips are outwards. Knees are gonna touch each other, kissing in the middle. And then we're gonna let that right knee drop out to the side. Control and stretch through that outer right hip. We're staying tall through our chest, tall through our spine. Exhale back to the center. Bring it to touch in the middle. And left leg out to the side. And center. We're mindful of our stable side, that we're keeping it there, not letting it follow along. Make sure it's behaving. Left side open. Center, 1 more on each side. Right side open. Close. Left side open. Close. Let's bring the hands in. I know it's hard work to sit like this. Hands up, palms facing each other. We're going to open the left palm up as we drop the right knee up. Open. Center. Touch those knees. Right palm up. Hopefully our brains are working this morning. Center. Right knee out, left palm up. Center. I can hear some of the groans in this class as we're trying to coordinate. Center. Right open, left palm up. Center. Right palm up, left out. Last one to perfect. Let your brain focus. Center. Right palm up, left knee out, center. Good. Hug it in, give yourself a nice little hug. Deep breath in and out. Bring yourself around safely. We're transitioning now to stand and to finish. Come up safely from the floor, however you'd like to today. Take your time. If you're feeling a little dizzy, just take your time coming up. Nice and tall. Rounding out, feeling as light as a feather. Find your feet underneath you. I feel a little light, so I'm going to just take a moment to settle into my feet, all the talking, breathing, moving. Ooh, my classes are a little tough. That's the first time I've taken my own class, so I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back. I usually have to walk around and not do too much, so well done, everybody. We're breathing here comfortably. Let yourself soften your feet into your carpet or your mats at home. Feeling your body centered. Feeling nice and tall through your body. Good way to test our posture today if you choose, or maybe through the week, is how well can we hold that toilet roll on the top of our heads when we finish. It's a little silly, but I thought I'd give it a try. Nice breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Thank you so much for coming to class this morning. I miss all of you and your smiling faces. Please put some likes on the video through Facebook. We'd appreciate that. Feel free to give us some positive comments. Feel free, you have my email, to email me or the clinic if there are requests or things You were the guinea pig group this morning, so I appreciate it. All of your patience and your understanding. Please stay healthy, keep active. This video will be recorded in case you missed a piece of it and wanted to redo it again through the week. Feel free to do a couple more lessons this week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Big hugs.